Really?
Tom! Man. Oh man, you guys are filming, my bad. Who would have thought that walking through the streets of New York, I'd bump into Jimmy Song. Jimmy, what a coincidence, my man.
It's a coincidence. Yeah, I'm great. I'm loving New York. You know, I get to visit here every once in a while.
So Jimmy, I mean, we're all here for the consensus invest, and all the talk is around Bitcoin, and particularly around a post-SegWit 2x Bitcoin. Where are we at?
We are currently split communities, basically. You have Bitcoin Cash, who are sort of using Bitcoin as a medium of exchange or to transfer money and stuff like that. And another part that's, you know, more concerned about using it as a store of value, or, you know, making sure that their wealth is not inflated or taxed away or something like that. So
Roger Ver had a very interesting week on Twitter because he was taken on Twitter, and I think he later apologized. Why is this thing around Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash? Surely by now we can get over it.
You would think so, but you know, there's a lot of conflict in the community. A lot of people that don't like, sort of have bitter feelings over what happened and how it happened. And Roger obviously doesn't like Bitcoin Cash being called Bcash and things like that. So those are all sort of parts of it, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Let's talk about the two schools of thought. So you got the crypto Keynesians on the one side and the crypto Austrians on the other side. What's the difference between the two schools of thought?
Yeah, so if you think of the block size limit, that's sort of like a hard speed limit on the amount of money that can go through Bitcoin. And for Keynesian sort of thought, they want a huge velocity of money, right? That way, that's what they think makes their coin valuable. For a crypto Austrian, it's being able to store it as a secure store of value. And that's what causes them to think that their coin has value. And the wonderful thing about crypto is that now we get to see, right? Like, we get to see who's right, what does make it better.
So the Austrians want small blocks and the Keynesians want big blocks.
Well, Austrians want security and a good store of value. Keynesians want more money going through the system so that, you know, like, more people can spend it and things like that.
What does Jimmy Song want?
I want store of value. I think that's been my investment thesis. There's been a lot of altcoins that have tried faster transaction stuff.
If Bitcoin is your store of value, what is your transactive coin?
I don't know if I need one. I think Visa and MasterCard are fine for that.
Okay, but Visa and MasterCard are going to be disrupted. Who's going to disrupt them? I know you're scared to say Bcash, and I want to get it out of you.
I don't know. It could be, but it's kind of bad for that because there's no easy refunds and things like that. So I don't know, maybe the technology catches up. At that point, it could be Bitcoin Cash. I'm open to that possibility.
Jimmy Song just said it could be Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
Tone, it's not hitting 10,000.
I know, that's because a lot of people have their sell orders set between 9,500 and 10,000. In trading, round numbers don't want to get hit because everyone is waiting for that round number to see it, and the wise traders sell into that. So there should be these big sell walls right before 10,000. Now the good news is, because we've hung around between 9,500 and 10,000 for like 2 or 3 days now, and all the people that want to sell at this level have already sold. That means the selling is about to exhaust. Once we eventually break 10,000 and the news hits all the major media, the price should pop at least $1,000 to $2,000, like almost immediately.
So you're saying we're going to go from 10,000 to 12,000
I believe so.
Really quickly?
I believe so, yeah, because all of this selling is about to just exhaust. And then all of the FOMO is going to set in above 10,000.
But Tone, when I spoke to you earlier this year, not even so long ago, I spoke to you like a month ago when SegWit 2x was cancelled, you said Bitcoin ain't going to 10,000. Now here we are standing in Times Square.
Well, my analysis changed, but at that time, I did say that 7,500 is a good time to take your profits, and we fell over 30% but the selling happened really, really quickly, and the rebound happened even quicker. Like, I always underestimate how fast things move in Bitcoin. I got that top right, I just got the time wrong a little bit.
Okay, great, Tone. So we know we're going to hit 10,000, and we're going to go from 10,000 to 11 and to 12, and then we're going pretty much to the moon.
I'm still expecting a decent correction. It's just the way things top. Like, things top. Remember what happened when SegWit got canceled? Bitcoin price popped like $1,000 that day, and what happened over the next 24 hours? We crashed all the way down. That's how things top. So when we, like, the longer Bitcoin stays under this $10,000 value, the bigger the momentum will be once it breaks above it. But if it goes up really, really quickly, it can turn on a dime, just like what happened with Segwit 2X. That's how things stop. You should only get like an hour or two to get the perfect top. You don't get 3 days to think about exiting. That's not how markets work.
But I know you're not selling your Bitcoin.
I think I sold like one.
You sold one Bitcoin? Yeah. So Tone, I have to ask you this question. Every time I speak to you, tell me you're a Bitcoin man, but you're not a crypto man, or you're not a blockchain man, you're a Bitcoin man. Why are you not Ethereum man, for example? Or why are you not a more general crypto man?
Because I don't believe that those other projects have any kind of a sound footing. I have a fourfold problem with Ethereum. It's usually like a 4-hour discussion, but I'll make it quick. I think Ethereum has a major regulatory problem. Bitcoin is not a security, but I believe Ethereum is a security because 80% of Ethereum was created by a couple of guys in a room and handed out. So it has a huge regulatory problem, and I think the hammer is going to come down. I think it has a technological problem in that blockchain just cannot scale. The attempts to go to proof of stake, I do not believe are going to be successful. No one can even download the full Ethereum blockchain. Like technologically, I believe it's unstable. Also, even like conceptually, my problem with it is that no one needs decentralized smart contracts. There's no censorship going on in contracts. So why are you doing this inefficient decentralization? I think it's completely silly. And my final problem with Ethereum is the fact that why did they invent their own currency to be used on their own platform? If that was a good idea, we would all be using Amazon stock to buy things from Amazon. Like any one of those 4 things, I expected to destroy Ethereum by now, yet it's still with us. So, and all the other projects are not much better. They're always having one or all 4 of those issues.
Tone, let's see the Bitcoin price.
All right, now we're gonna be here for a little while.
No, it's still not over 10,000.
No, and the longer we stay just under it, the bigger the push once it finally breaks above.